a question. So, Stafford and the VSM.
Hmm.
So, from your point of view, should we see VSM as almost the centerpiece of Stafford's contribution, or is it almost a distraction from more difficult but more profound messages or concepts that Stafford had?
Oh, the VSM is the sticky label on the outside that tells us what's in the box,
Okay.
but it isn't the content of the box.
Okay.
So if you like, there is a deep and very thoughtful argument about the notion of viability, which emerges through Stafford's work in as early as Cybernetics and Management in 1959.
Yeah.
He talks about his experiences in the war and um, the competence, if you like, the startling abilities of the soldiers that he worked with, despite their lack of formal education. All that sort of
Yes.
um, and that sort of deep humanity thing comes through in designing freedom. So actually, what he's describing for me is kind of there's a liberal is probably right. There's a way of thinking about the notion of the viability of, let's call them viability of living systems,
Yeah.
um, which is about their ability to collaborate internally, to cooperate, coexist with an environment, and co-adapt with them. Um, and the argument for viability is, for me at least, um, in order to be able to adapt sufficiently quickly and competently to the challenges of the external environment, if we draw that sort of
Yeah.
the boundary is very permeable, but we'll treat it as a boundary for now. Um, we have to distribute power in our human organizations in order for them to be viable.
Yeah. Yeah.
The consequence of that is that there is less power in the center, because there can be less power in the center. And so that's the essential argument of viability, is distributing authority to act, distributing power, or power being inherently distributed in the organization enables viability. The VSM is kind of a simplistic codification of the philosophical argument,
Yeah.
um, which most people don't get. Most people, for me, don't actually see that bit. They see the standard critique, if you like, of VSM is a technocratic alternative to a traditional bureaucracy. Because, and as Stafford said, I think it's in the right. It's the Harnden and the Speyo and Harnden book, the one with the green stickers on the outside of it. Stafford says in a paper, "I wish people would read my books," which is
Brilliant.
which is very Stafford,
Yeah.
a little bit pointed maybe, but you kind of get the point.